The new GTA 6, set to release at the end of 2025, is the most anticipated project. People have been waiting for it since the release of the PC version of GTA 5. But while everyone is discussing the new Grand Theft Auto, a direct competitor to the game has emerged on the horizon. This game has immense potential, and its presentation has already made it a rival to the new GTA 6. The game is called Mines A and is being developed by a former Rockstar Games developer. His experience in creating GTA has clearly come in handy, and he's already shown something Rockstar might be afraid of. In this video, I'll introduce you to the GTA killer and share new details that already suggest the game will be an unusual project, clearly not just a simple pass-through. You've probably thought, like I did, that GTA couldn't possibly have any competitors. It's a one-of-a-kind game. Even though others have tried to replicate Rockstar's success, they've always failed. Even Mafia, which started as an attempt to surpass GTA, couldn't succeed. However, this time, the competitor is being developed by Leslie Benzies, a former Rockstar Games employee who is currently working on this GTA competitor. Benzies was responsible for almost all aspects of GTA's formula that fans grew to love. He scripted the jokes, worked on the characters' personalities and behaviors, and it's safe to say that GTA became so popular thanks to him. He wasn't afraid to showcase things in the game that other companies avoided. Years ago, he left Rockstar due to disagreements with management, and later went on his own. Shortly after, he founded his own studio, Build a Rocket Boy, and began creating his own version of GTA, which, as you might have guessed, is Mines A. We've known for some time that the game is in development, as Benzies himself mentioned it, and there were hints that he was working on a GTA-like project. There were doubts, but now the game has been revealed, and there are no more doubts. It's a single-player game without a multiplayer mode, focusing entirely on the story of former soldier Jacob Diaz, who is played by an actor you might recognize from Mafia 3 as Lincoln. You can joke that this looks like Mafia 4. Jacob has partially lost his memory and can't remember who he is or what he used to do. He suspects it might be related to an implant in his head installed during his military service. Throughout the story, he tries to uncover the truth about himself. The plot is quite standard, considering we've seen something similar hundreds of times in Hollywood movies or even in Cyberpunk 2077. The story is described as an adventure in a near-future setting, featuring a futuristic environment in an open world with cutting-edge technology, implants, advanced vehicles, and even futuristic weapons. However, the game tries to maintain a balance between the modern day and the near future. You'll have cars, an open world, shootouts, everything you love in GTA. This choice of setting was necessary for revealing the main character's personality. Despite similarities in gameplay, you shouldn't worry that it will turn into just another Cyberpunk. The story will unfold gradually, and there will be well-produced scenes. In some shots, you can see a SWAT team and small cutscenes that are extremely cinematic, already showing that the game is aiming for a higher level of cinematics than GTA. At first glance, Mines A seems to be a mix of various genres. Some parts resemble GTA, others seem like Red Dead Redemption, or even any game set in a cyberpunk world. When you play GTA, it always feels like GTA, but in Mines A, there isn't a specific formula that stands out. It's a combination of everything. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it makes it difficult to understand what the game will ultimately be. Another thing that confuses me is the setting. All the footage shows a desert environment with some small towns, but there's always a desert in the background. It's unclear if this is the only location or if there will be a bigger city or something else. It gives the impression that the game takes place only in rocky, sandy areas with small settlements. I'm not making any conclusions yet. Maybe I'm rushing to see things that aren't there. Or perhaps they simply haven't shown us more yet. The setting is interesting, and the story is intriguing. As for the gameplay, two main aspects have been shown so far: driving and shooting. Driving seems to feature chase scenes, while the shooting occurs in city streets. The game is clearly trying to resemble GTA in this respect, and there's nothing much to add here. However, I did notice some details in the gameplay. The car chases are spectacular, and the smoke effects and vehicles are well crafted, likely because the game runs on Unreal Engine 5. The driving physics seem more arcade-like, reminding me of Mafia 3. The futuristic cars seem to be based on electric vehicles, while the protagonist's car is a classic muscle car with a huge engine, making it harder to control. You can even shoot from the window while driving at high speed, something that was missing in GTA. The shooting mechanics also look good, with impressive fire effects, detailed characters, and well-designed weapons. The scenes presented seem to show different perspectives of the same moment, highlighting the game's strong graphical detail, lighting, and weather effects. It's worth noting that Mines A has amazing graphics, with a high level of detail and stunning lighting, thanks to Unreal Engine 5. The game's visuals, including sunsets, dark rooms illuminated by red lights, and scenes with rain or fog, look particularly realistic. While the game is being developed for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, it's likely to also come to PC, although no specific release date has been announced. According to rumors, it might release in 2025, around the same time as GTA 6. Regardless of how good Mines A turns out, GTA will probably remain the more popular game due to its established fanbase. Still, Mines A has the potential to be a standout project. It's being published by IO Interactive, the developers behind the Hitman series. While IO Interactive is a relatively small independent studio, the choice of publisher might suggest that Mines A is aiming to remain independent, avoiding interference from large corporations. There's speculation that Leslie Benzies wants to release Mines A around the same time as GTA 6 to show that his game is not inferior to Rockstar's. While it might not be a direct competitor to GTA, it's shaping up to be a solid game that will draw attention from fans. Only time will tell if Mines A lives up to expectations, but the early footage has certainly sparked curiosity. Even if it doesn't dethrone GTA, it looks like it will be a good project in its own right, perhaps even deserving of a sequel. We'll just have to wait and see.